Hello everyone, my name is Andrew and today we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. This time episode 49, The Incredible Hobson.
Introducing the Jiggleometer. The bouncier the boobies, the stronger the...
He lived. So after destroying my set, if you can call this a set actually. Let's be honest, let me just... I don't think I've ever really explained this. So... Real quickly. So this is, I record my videos in my attic. There's a bunch of stuff here. There's like sports awards. Not mine. wait, you can't see me. Not mine. No, you know, but I can handle myself in sports. Now it just feels like I'm lying, but I can. And I might not be the best, but I can handle myself in sports. And then there's a bunch of like university stuff. Also not mine. Yeah, no, mine is in a tiny little drawer. Yeah, there's a bunch of... You can see some of them. I'm not sure if you can see me actually, but you might. And then there's like a bunch of old ass board games. Mastermind used to be one of my favorites. Oh, and that one, Bong Kong. Oh my god, that was so fun. So the idea behind this was, the reason why I chose here to record is, well, obviously I have a desk here, but quite honestly, you know, I have more desks around. Like I have one near my piano, which I don't know. It might even be. Now that I think about it, you know, that location might have been better. I over there, I have a piano, and like a drum set as well. So over there, like it might have been fun. There's tons of toys as well. This is where like the children, me and my brother and then our friends consecutively would play when we were young. There used to be a banner of a football club. That's football. You know, the one you play with your feet, not the one you Americans throw around with your hands and sometimes kick with your feet. Do not defend that. I'm sorry. I know I have a lot of Americans in my audience. Do not defend the fact that you call your game football. You kick it. It's true. It's true that you kick it sometimes, but it's mostly not kicking. And whereas what you call soccer is, you know, with your feet. And there's a ball, you know, feet or foot, ball. There's a logic there. To be quite honest, I would love for someone that knows about this to explain why you Americans called American football football. It just strikes me as odd. Sure, you kick it like sometimes, but it can't be because, you know, the game begins... I don't actually know much about American football, but if I'm not mistaken, there's a kickoff which begins the game or something along those lines. Like, it can't be because of that, because it's a mixture of rugby as well. Why didn't you call it American rugby? Or, which, in my opinion, would have been way more accurate. Or, you know, football rugby or something along those lines. Like, I just don't get why it had to be football. But I digress. As you could see, you know, I almost brought the house down. Yeah, you know, this set isn't anything particularly fun. It's just me in my attic recording some videos. I have an air duster for my PC. You know, it goes it does. You know. So there's really nothing very interesting. I have a book. I have my Dialga here. I have a book that I've never read. Aragon. I've never read this book, even though it has such a sweet like inscription for me. Not by the author. I never met the author. I never actually learned how the story ends. I only saw the movie and it sucked. I have a helmet. Right about here. Standard helmet, you know, for motorcycling and shit. This is for like what's it called in English? Like motocross? I think it's motocross bike and something like that. I have my trusty you know, hard drive, my 3DS, and I have this, which I never use, which is to put on my, like, you know. So yeah, I have another piano over there. Well, not a piano, a synthesizer. On the ground, over there in a cave. And like the stands and... I also have like a stool. You know, this is a stool. Just in case one day I just a stool. Here's the feet of the stool. It's just if one day I have like guests and shit. So special guests incoming. There's like a painting over there that's kind of torn off, and there's like this very beautiful. This is actually amazing. This is over 100 years old. I do not know how this is called in English, but this is actually very traditional. It's off tune, unfortunately, and I have no idea how to play it. I actually only play the flute and the piano myself. My brother plays the guitar and a little bit of piano as well. But this is absolutely beautiful. And obviously then I have yoga and the Squirtle and the film book and shit. So as you can see, like, this is full of fun stuff. I also have like some recording accessories and stuff like that. And I have this, like, right here. You know what this is? This is where you put sheet paper and music and shit. Sure everything is fine and then you around here. So yeah, no, so yeah, no, this is a very busy. Then I have like bunch of drawers, but I'm not gonna show you what's inside the drawer. It's just a bunch of, you know, pens and stuff that I don't even know what it is. So there really is no point. I also have this. Which is, you know, it's stuff. And I have a lot of fun stuff inside of it. Actually, one day I'm going. There's something inside of there that I'm going to start a video with one of these days, but that's a surprise for another time. Without any further ado, you know, let's begin, because I want to make this actually a quick video, because last one was not a quick video, and I need one to be quick, because you guys have no idea like how stressful it was to make sure that the video was done in time. I thought I was going to explode today. It really was shitty. So let's begin. Guys, as always, please don't forget to show your support Little Kuriboh, links in the description below, and as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your friends and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AndreRosaYT. The links are changed in the description below because I just recently realized that they don't actually work. You can't click on them, which is dumb as fuck. But I changed them this video and the next video. Yeah, this video. No, probably just this video, not the next video, because the next video just went up. And this goes up tomorrow. Or is this going the day after tomorrow? Which video did I edit today? What day is it? Forget it. Forget it. One thing is guaranteed. When this video goes up, the links will be changed. So, dude, you just... If the video before this has that change, great. If it doesn't, well, fuck off.
Introducing the Jiggleometer. The bouncier the boobies, the stronger the reading. It's fun for all the family.
Ooh.
Man,
this is my kind of
more and more like Tron, only with less motorcycles and more card games. God, my lungs are on fire. It feels like I've been running for days.
Yugi, it's been 8 seconds.
Lay off, man. I'm in pretty good shape. I play card games all the time. I'll have you know I can lift 2 decks at once. That's impressive, right?
Keep running, Yugi. The
Flat
plot
as a
has to
brick.
be around here somewhere.
Yeah, speaking of which, weren't we
That's
in the middle
interesting
of a
for
tournament
this
when all
episode.
Crazy Noah shit started? What exactly happened with all that?
Maybe the writers went on strike again.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We have writers?
Oh god. The cancelled series. I like that. I like that they were going with that.
God, I'm no longer surrounded by those loud, obnoxious creatures. It was starting to feel like an anime club down there. But what am I supposed to do now? If only there were a dream sequence around here that could show me the...
If we're talking about bounciness, and I apologize to, any woman who might be watching this, but this is going to be a bit, objectifying a little bit. If we're talking about bounciness, I wouldn't say that they are Faye Valentine bouncy. They are perky, not really there.
way.
Hey, Taya. Earth to Taya. Hey, are you in there? It's your convenient dream sequence.
Hey, Yugi, my eyes are freakishly large today.
Mine too. Hey, look at this card. It's the Dark Magician Girl. Remember how much you like the Dark Magician Girl?
No, actually, I think this is probably the first time I've even seen this card.
No, you love this card.
Of course
you
you do.
It so much that you once went to a Broadway show all about the Dark Magician Girl. Critics called it the most poorly conceived musical since Pokémon Live.
Well, at least this is better than Cirque du Soleil.
This isn't real. I know they're supposed to be young in these types of shows and like these kind of things. But are you legitimately telling me that you like the Dark Magician Girl card so much? No, actually, nay. I'll allow me to rectify that. Are you telling me that the Dark Magician Girl was such a popular character in this universe that there were shows being made about her?
Well, at least this is better than Cirque du Soleil.
And now, how about a volunteer from the audience?
Oh crap, I knew I should have worn panties. Hey, it's Yugi and Yami, and they're staring.
Okay, this
right
is
at
like
my
a
good
dream
stuff.
sequence
This is the happiest day of my penguin. Hey, can you introduce me to that one penguin who's voiced by Elijah Wood? He's dreamy. Penguins are so cute. I want one. Oh, such a cute little guy.
Ah, somebody get this fucking dinosaur away from me.
What a majestic beast. I must destroy it. Here I come, Serenity. Ow, my scrote. This is for killing Littlefoot's mom, you jerk.
Hey, baby, mind if I take your top off real quick?
Serenity, look, I'm finally becoming a man.
Okay.
It wasn't a meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. It was Tristan Timothy Taylor.
Your name is Timothy?
I'm glad I could
Okay.
help cure your Duke.
The pleasure.
Wait, what?
I'm glad I could help cure your Duke.
The pleasure was all yours.
But I killed a dinosaur.
And so, the penguin struggles on through unbearable weather conditions.
I like
How
that
does
reference.
the penguin do this? Nobody knows. But we'll film it and get Morgan Freeman to narrate the whole thing. And call it a documentary. That's the beauty.
I am
Now,
Morgan
if you'll excuse me,
Freeman.
I have to go catch Kevin Spacey.
I
with
am.
the help of
I am
Where
Morgan
the
Freeman.
mother crap is this?
I can't do it.
Welcome, Taya Gardner, to Penguinopolis, home of the mighty Penguin Empire. Isn't it beautiful? Nothing but penguins as far as the eye can see. Crump's the name, and penguins are my game. Second member of Team 4 Kids and head of programming. You remember Viva Pinata? That was me.
You're insane!
You just don't understand the beauty of the penguin. They're so aerodynamically perfect. Can't you see it? The shape, the smell, the taste of penguins.
Wait, what?
Penguins!
Ugh.
Are you finished?
Penguins.
Stop saying penguins!
Can't help it. I love penguins.
Ew!
Platonically.
Oh.
And physically.
Ew!
But I love the thought of having my own body even more. And so, Taya Gardner, age 16, sneaker size 6, bra size F, I challenge you to a children's card game.
Wait,
Of
how did
course.
you get all that information about me?
The penguins told me.
How the hell do the penguins know my bra size?
The penguins know everything.
Listen, you creepy old man. Penguin thing, I'm not going to duel you, and that's final.
Friendship sucks.
Oh,
it is
hell
alright,
nah.
similar to that of Donkey Kong.
These doors must be our way out of here. I'm gonna try one of them. Here goes.
Ow!
And that, Yugi, is what happens when you try to do things on your own.
That door just bitch slapped me.
Yes, that door may be our greatest foe yet. And I'm not.
I
even
agree.
kidding.
Look, the doors all have symbols above them. 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, and 4 stars.
Oh,
Team 4, sir.
lovely. A rejected puzzle from a Professor Layton game. That's just fan-tucking-fastic.
Okay, there's only one way to solve this problem. By challenging the door to a duel.
Of course.
Not long after we were... We're adopted. Gozaburo took us to live with him in his mansion.
Hobson tells me that you haven't been keeping up with your studies.
Oh, you mean the giant-faced mutant you have posing as a butler?
Hobson smash!
Damn, son.
Hobson, no smash! No! Smash bad. Smash very bad.
Hobson, sorry.
That's better. Now go tend to the silverware.
Hobson, not really sorry.
Why do you even have me doing all this work? I'm already a child prodigy. What more do you want?
I want you to become every bit as cold-hearted as me. I want to project every last bit of my hatred onto you. But most of all, I want you to become the vessel of my other dead son.
What?
Nothing.
No, seriously, what?
Nothing.
No, seriously, it sounded like you said
Hobson, how's that silverware coming?
Hobson, polishing!
The way they treat Seto stinks, but I know how to make him smile.
One day Hobson smash everything, then Hobson make them do silverware.
Hey, Hobson, can you give this textbook to Seto?
Hobson suppose.
Thanks, Hobson. You're the best.
You nice to Hobson. Hobson not smash you.
Man, what a day. I don't even want to look at another textbook.
Hobson have textbook for Seto.
Go fuck yourself, Hobson.
Hobson doesn't know how to.
Wait, this book has trading cards inside. Mokuba must have sent them to me. And look, it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Mokuba made me a Blue Eyes card. One day, I know I'll have the real thing in my deck. And then, when I'm rich, I'll create a duel academy where every kid can go to learn how to play card games. Nah, scratch that idea, it's stupid. I want that Blue Eyes card. Mokuba, take it from him.
But Seto, that's you.
Just do it, Mokuba.
I choose the Dark Magician Girl as my deck master.
Ah, well, that's what I call a D-MILF.
A D-MILF?
A dark magician I'd like to fuck.
Yuck!
So, I get now the whole dream sequence with the Dark Magician Girl, which is meant to iterate a connection that Taya has with this card because it was given to her by Yugi. Because that's what happened, right? Yugi gave that card to her. Or was she just showing that card to Yugi? Well, if we consider the beginning, in this show it was kind of poorly done. That sequence was completely unnecessary because the show is not touching on those emotional connections between the characters and their main favorite cards. You know, that whole initial sequence is quite pointless, and I believe that it would have been best if this episode was purely focused on Taya and Taya's connection with the card, and then you could do a little bit of Kaiba's backstory, because I quite enjoy that sequence here. I think the whole Yugi is somewhere it seems pointless, and cutting back to him doesn't really add anything into this episode except for a few jokes, which again, you know, for as much as a parody wants to do, you know, the parody needs to have some logic to it, and because of that, you know, the moments that Yugi is on, at the very least, right now, those moments have no connection whatsoever with the main event of the story, which is Taya against one of the executives from Far Kids, and it doesn't really make sense to be exploring that. The same would have been said. You could say the same thing about Kaiba's backstory happening in the meanwhile. However, that pushes Kaiba's character forward in the show, which, you know, is not something that is happening to Yugi's sequences. He's just being his dumbass self and providing you the comic relief that the entirety of the characters in the show do. Comic relief is important in a show where it's not all about comic relief, but if every character is comedic, right? Even if they have different types of comedic personalities, if every character is comedic, it can be a bit overwhelming when it comes to the funny stuff. Again, it's something that I have said. I think I've said this previously. In my honest opinion, what this show should have done is just simply cut the Yugi parts and leave the Teiya and Kaiba interactions. Those are funny enough on their own. They serve their purposes, which is to, obviously this one shows that Teiya has some capability as a duelist and that she can contribute to the gang besides the whole friendship thing. I love how they actually utilize the developed character of Teiya that they have done throughout the series in order to incite her to fight against this guy with the whole friendship obsession thing that they have done, which is brilliant because that would make this Teiya angry. And at the same time, the whole Kaiba segment, although it doesn't fit with the Teiya segment, it's still an ongoing episodic thing. Each episode has a little bit of Kaiba's backstory, so there's continuity because every episode has a little bit of it. In general, the only thing that doesn't really make sense is Yugi. Last episode was Yugi's fight and Yugi's challenge. This is Teiya's challenge. And in between those episodes, oh, and I completely forgot about Duke Devlin and Tristan Taylor. So whole thing, which also doesn't really make sense and isn't really necessary for the story. So you have two extraneous and completely removable scenes from this episode, and then you have obviously the two plot points that are moving. Next episode could have been about Tristan Taylor, Duke Devlin, and Joey's sister, doing all of the good stuff and facing one of the executives, and at the same time you could have Kaiba. See how you could structure the episodes this way? Each episode dedicated to a particular fight, and at the same time each episode dedicated to a little bit of the Kaiba's past. So you have the main plot point of that episode. First episode, Yugi's fight. Second episode, Teiya's fight against all of the 4 kids executives. And then in each of these episodes, you build up Kaiba's backstory, little by little, putting the pieces together. And next episode, Tristan or Joey, whatever. And then you reach the final episode, which they all meet up together once again. And it culminates in their fight against Noah. And obviously 4 kids, which then is revealed to be Gozaburo. And obviously then, you know, they win and the arc ends. This is just my personal opinion. I feel like by doing that, he could have pushed the series better. And, you know, we don't need to know what's happening to those characters right now. We can wait an episode to know. But again, if at the end of this episode, because it's almost over, it's like 2 minutes away, if the scenes of Yugi and Tristan do end up being important in some way, shape or form, you know, I'll take back what I just said, but for me it feels like it's exaggerated.
God, what is wrong with you, you perverted old creep?
Allow me to tell you an unnecessarily explicit detail. When I was a young boy, the only pet I ever wanted was a penguin. I loved penguins. I respected penguins. I worshipped penguins. Penguins were everything to me. And now that I'm all grown up...
Oh yeah! I remember that these are the executives.
That's right.
Wait, what?
I'm all grown up. Just what I want to be.
Penguin?
A woman. That's right. When I take your body, I'll be free to live out my fantasy of being a young teenage girl in Japan.
The only person who's going to take my body is Yugi and or Yami.
Yami, look, it's Teiya, and she's playing a card game with a penguin. That's not fair. She's never even played Duel Monsters.
What about the time she dueled against my Valentine? And won.
She's never played Duel Monsters.
Or the
Yeah,
time
that
she
doesn't
dueled
count.
Joey in episode 2 and won.
She's never played...
What? Did that seriously happen? Has Teiya Gardner more street cat, has Teiya Gardner more street cred than Joey?
Duel monsters!
It's useless, Taya. When I fire off my penguin torpedo, your life points will be
But see,
reduced.
you know, Yugi's presence there, again, pointless. How did he escape that room? Did he actually legitimately You know what? I'm not going to I'm not going to dignify that scene. I'm not with words. But how is Yugi there? Why is Yugi there?
Zero, and your shapely teenage girl body will be all mine. I fucking love penguins.
Okay, Taya, this is where all your years of experience finally pay off.
I love
Play Duel
I love that her hand was shaking because she's nervous.
monsters!
I summon Graceful Charity in attack mode.
Graceful Charity is a spell card.
Oh, Mirror Force?
No.
Okay, just hang on, give me a minute here, I'll think of...
Interesting.
Taya? Taya, can you hear me? Are you all right?
Oh, Yugi, my hero, I missed you so much.
Taya, are you feeling okay?
I am now that you're here, Yugi.
Well, that's good. Anyway, we should probably get
By
going.
the way,
Interest.
Yugi,
Actually, this is
Do
interesting.
you like penguins?
Penguins?
Penguins!
The word penguin just lost on. Just listen to Benedict Cumberbatch saying penguin multiple times, and then it will come back to you. Don't worry.
You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
So yeah, no, I was right. Yugi and Tristan Taylor could both Yugi's scene and Tristan Taylor's scenes could have been completely cut off of this episode, and they would have made no difference. At most, because Yugi at the end grabs Taya. At most, what you could have done was have a beginning scene in which maybe Yugi gets frozen in ice. Because I'm sure that happened sometime throughout the show. See that happen, and then the entire scene goes as was, and they just perceive that way. I'm assuming that the only reason why he added those scenes was for filler, personally, so that he made the episode a little bit longer, which, you know, it was his choice, but structurally speaking, those scenes added relatively nothing to the episode. And you know, again, besides the Kaiba one, which can be justified as an ongoing thing, and hopefully this episode has more Kaiba backstory, and so on and so forth. Besides all of that, you know, those scenes really meant nothing, and you should have focused more, in my opinion, and I hate the fact that I'm gonna say this. You should have focused more on Taya's battle against the penguin. And maybe even given her some shred of intelligence, not just be the girl, because up until now, obviously, the characters here are criticisms and caricatures of what they were in the real show, but he could have actually changed it and maybe created, like, you know, Mastermind Taya, you know, an ingenious person that's actually doing something behind the scenes. The beauty about doing an abridged, like he's doing, is that he can actually make changes that are funny, but at the same time are unexpected. Nobody, you know, I don't watch these shows, the same thing with Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I don't watch these shows to watch the same characters do the same things. Dragon Ball Z Abridged excelled, not because it was a retelling of the same Dragon Ball story, but because the characters felt different from the original characters. They were similar, but they felt different. The story felt different because of the alterations created. Now, what was altered wasn't tragic, but at the same time, you could see that not only did it make, in a way, more sense, some of the plot points that happened in the actual show, not only did it make a little bit more sense according to the abridged version, but the abridged version also took care of a lot of characters that did not have personality. Do you actually believe that Zawon was overly sexual and could or could have not been homosexual? Do you actually think that Doria was a woman? Do you actually remember those names? Did you actually know that Jace and Berter had that one day where, Jace had to move the piano and stuff like that? They made these side characters memorable, which is something that the original show never did, and they gave them solid personalities, different personalities. They are not... These characters, the Ginyu Force and the side characters, especially the side characters, have nothing to do with the original versions of themselves. And there's nothing wrong with changing character traits. We don't need to see the same Taya. If we want to see Taya being Taya, we watch the original show. Of course, seeing a caricature of Taya can be interesting and funny, but every character here is a caricature. Or an exaggeration or something like that. So, having one character that could perhaps be different, that's why I like Ishizu. Ishizu is very mystical and all of that, but she is also the connection with the fourth wall. She breaks it. She, has a potential to be the most interesting character in all of the show. Unfortunately, she's probably going to appear in 5-6 more episodes and then she's gone. But that's why I like Noah. Noah, still following that plot line from the original show in a way, but Noah now has 4 kids, the company, and he represents the company 4 kids. It's different. It's more challenging, more interesting. It's not the same shit. And it's not just a character that we already know, just a little bit more exaggerated. Like other characters, Yugi being more gullible than he was in the actual show. Kaiba being more of a dick than he was in the actual show. There's more development. There's more to it than all of that. And that's why I enjoy the change. When he makes a change, that's why I really enjoy it so much. And I think he lost an opportunity here to really dig into Taya and give Taya a more solid, more differentiating personality in a way that you could still see Taya from Yu-Gi-Oh, but a different Taya at the same time. Maybe she just pretends to be a klutz in front of her friends, but has this secret mega ultra hardcore personality. Something along those lines. I don't know, but there's so much possibility, so much comedic possibility, that I feel like it's a shame that it's not being utilized. At the same time, I feel, and I understand, that, like I've said before in the past, I understand that Kuriboh did this mostly by himself, so, it is what it is. He did the best he could, and we should appreciate what he did. The episode was fun and entertaining, and it had a lot of good jokes, and like I said, the moments where it was just Taya and the moments where it was just Kaiba and Mokuba were fantastic. I thought it was great in progressing with the current storyline. The only reason why I did not enjoy the moments with Yugi and Trishan were not because they weren't funny. Not at all. They were funny. It's just because they just didn't fit in the episode. They were doing nothing for the episode. They weren't moving the episode or the series. They were just there for the sake of making a few jokes with Trishan and Yugi. So I liked it, but there were some substantial flaws. Besides that, fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like and subscribe, share it with your friends and all that good stuff. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!